We didn't want to do this.
No.
Okay, I would like to point out the large amount of candy wrappers. In the time the show ended to this show starting, we walked over, grabbed some candy, sat here in the dark, and then just decided to shove a bunch of treats in our mouth.
We're malnourished.
Obviously.
A deficiency is happening.
Obviously. I mean, I think so too.
Let's talk about the big tennis match last night.
It was
and
fun.
the fact that my boy lost because of bad math. It is being contested. Gianna won, but I think there was some little funky addition and some math that wasn't mathing.
Okay, Joey did better than I thought he was going to do.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Honest.
Oh,
yes.
Is that a compliment for me?
Yes, it is. Because a couple of times, like, you got serious and you're just like, Joe, like, I was like, oh, like when you pull out a Joe, not a Joey. I know that tone.
Yeah.
You should have given him a Joseph Gunner.
Ooh.
That'll really get him. Give him the nickname or give him the middle name. Okay, so it was fun because you took it fairly seriously. I mean, we knew it was going to be a great, obviously fun time. I want to point out, though, I thought it was so cool. In the 11 years I've been here, you've been here, what, 12, 13? I've never seen something at our office take a hold of like how many people came to it. And it was just a super fun event for everybody at the office.
Well, I think that's more of a, reflection on you and I that it took your son to get this many people to like any of the Dixon family.
I know. I do too. Like, we're real pukes.
If we were to do it like, hey, come to Tracy and Fizz's, whatever. No one's coming to that.
Half those people won't be at Hoopajube.
I know.
I'm kidding. No, it was super fun. And it was like a really awesome like team thing. That being said, let's go now to the actual event. Let's go back to that. Joe's playing tennis. Their walk-in was so funny. Like, everybody, like Gianna's little friends, they were from tennis and were out for like destroy him.
8-year-old girls running around the court, so just trash talking. Hey, I want to ask though, what song did we walk out to? Because it wasn't the Hulk Hogan song. What did we walk out?
He changed it last
He
night.
didn't ask me.
No, he didn't.
It was a rap song.
Yeah, it was called Many Men by 50 Cent.
But why did he change it?
I don't know. That's what was vibing with your athlete, man.
He didn't talk to me about it. He went rogue.
He did. He went rogue. This
All
is what
of a sudden the music started and I was like, we're not going yet, Joe. This isn't our song.
Also,
like, yes, this is us.
Yeah. No, I had to, for both of those songs, I felt very exposed to I felt very exposed to being out of touch with some of the music because Gianna, who's 8, I was like, what song do you want? And she said Survivor. So I was like, oh, Eye of the Tiger. That's not what she wanted. She wanted something by Two Way called Survivor, right? The song is called Survivor. Yeah. So then I look up Two Way and I'm not finding anything. And she goes, you spell it W-E-I. And I'm like, oh, of course you do.
Like Payway.
Payway.
Two Way. Like Payway.
2, the letter or the number 2, and then wait. I'm like, Jesus, you're being really needy on Spotify, but whatever. And then Joey, he did Many Men by 50 Cent. I'm like, all right.
Was there a discussion? Or he was just like, no, we're not going with Hulk Hogan. We're going with this one.
No, right before I walked up, he's like, well, Mom, put on Many Men. I'm like, all right.
Okay, that's fine.
So you guys walked out. The walkouts were super funny. The entire live video is posted from last night on the KYGO Facebook page. Listen, Sean, only because I know you don't listen to our show. Because I know. This morning, we talked about this. You don't know this yet. They now do. You know how I was doing music in between sets? Is that right? Games in one set.
There was one set played.
Okay, they did 6 games in one set. In between games, you know how I play a song? And I was sitting on the side of the court and I was like asking the little girls, like, oh, what do you want to hear? And they're like, Usher. So it's kind of like in between like timeouts, I would play a little pump up song. Fizz comes and sits by me and I'm like, okay, I'm trying to like think of a song to play next. And it was right after the Whitney Houston, I Want to Dance with Somebody. He goes, play one of our Funanigans. Like, Jesus, dude.
Crowd would have cheered.
It's like, play one of our content bits.
Yeah.
Like,
do you want to? Let's do $1,000 minute. Play that.
Imagine?
You would have loved it, Sean. The narcissism. High level. High level.
Give them what they want.
Right.
And that's more of us. and making it about. We did do really well with that last night.
Making it about us.
Yeah. Yeah. Forget those kids.
Yeah. And so Gianna, I met her for the first time last night, and she recognized me from this post show. We've never met in real life.
Yeah.
And I walk up and I was going to be like, hey, good luck today. And she recognized me and just walked away.
She said no.
Wouldn't even say hi to me.
Yeah, she was
game face. She was game face.
And she's not kidding with it.
And even afterwards, she was kind of cold. I was like, hey, good game. That was fun. And she's like, nope, you're still the enemy, sir.
She's not kidding.
I'm not getting in your van, weird mustache guy. Get away.
That took a turn.
Yeah, no, she can trash talk.
Yeah. There was one of those girls there last night that I even said, I go, if that little girl goes missing, it's me. I want her. She's the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. That little girl was so hilarious.
The funniest moment was, the game had been played for like 20 minutes at this point. It was when Joey said deuce, the Fizz jumped up and got excited. Just the fact that he taught him deuce.
He used it at the right time.
Did he?
Yes. It was appropriate.
Okay. I didn't know what any of that meant and any of the scoring, and I still don't understand it all.
It'd be nice if you took an interest in your child.
I know.
And his hobbies and passions. Listen, and mine.
I paid for a football, kid. Stick with that. Okay, so we're heading into a weekend, which is awesome. This week has been so long, it feels like, but so much fun. Cody Johnson's in town. If you missed him on our show this week, he joined us on the show. You can catch that kygo.com.
He's going to be on stage with his pressed shirt, his starched and pressed. That's what Cody Johnson does. He walks out just stiff. But that's what a gentleman does, a real cowboy. He was a real
himself.
cowboy. He was a real cowboy.
Yeah. We asked him about his time on the circuit.
And doesn't miss it.
No.
Would rather sing.
Less broken bones,
yeah,
I would say. Yeah. I'm sure his management team is like, let's avoid now getting on those.
Yes.
We'd like to keep you touring.
Can't afford the insurance.
Yeah, right. No kidding.
All right. So Cody Johnson, really Tyler Childers at Folsom Field. That's tomorrow. If you're going to that, have so much fun. I will see you there. No, I'm going out of town.
Oh, I was going to say, like you love
I'm hanging
Tyler
out with
Childers.
the horses. I love Tyler Childers. If I wasn't going to see my buddy for the weekend to hang out with horses and mules and chores and stuff like that,
Can I ask you? Post show, we can talk about this stuff. Is Tyler Childers like kind of an energy suck sometimes, though? Does he get a little like moody?
Probably
his music.
I'll say,
I love Jason Isbell. I love Jason Isbell. Sometimes you go to a show and you're like, maybe one or two upbeat ones in the middle.
Well, you could say the same thing about Zach Bryan. Like Tyler Childers is to Tyler Childers what Zach Bryan is to Zach Bryan. Like, you know what you're getting. It's great. But it's a vibe.
It is a vibe. But Zach Bryan comes out with like open the gate. And he does, there are some rippers.
Tyler Childers has some rippers. Yeah.
I don't know much about Tyler Childers.
He won't play a lot of them anymore because it reminds him of his time when he was partying, and he's like soberish now.
Oh.
And he will very much not play Feathered Indians, which he's got so many.
I know.
But he's got so many. It's sad you haven't listened to more Tyler Childers music because he's really good, and he's got many albums, and he's got a big enough library now that he doesn't have to do Feathered Indians to fill a show. But still, I'd love for him to do it. And he's been on stage like within the last week. He's like, sorry if y'all came to hear Feathered Indians. I'm not doing it.
I think with Zach Bryan too, like his fans are so passionate, more than Tyler Childers, more than, they're so passionate that still like Joey, the tennis, he'll be like, he doesn't have to play something in the orange. And I'm like, nobody does. He does.
He does.
Yeah, no, I want to hear it. He's not, he's been around for a short amount of time. You should play it. Right. Jason Isbell doesn't do Cover Me Up. When I saw him at Red Rocks, he didn't do Cover Me Up. Same thing, right? Like, it's just like not, the song got too big and everybody was covering it. And I'm like, but still, it's such a good song. And like, it's your song.
There was a band, God, it's going to escape me. Probably, we'll talk about it on Monday. You're just going to sit here watching me going, because I introed a band. I know it was in the 90s.
Let's work through it. Let's workshop it.
The band where the guy had the nose, he came out.
Are you talking?
It Takes Two. Who sings It Takes Two?
The Humpty Dance?
Humpty Dance.
Digital Underground.
Digital Underground. Okay.
Okay.
So in the 90s, the radio station, we brought Digital Underground to the sunset. Okay.
Say more things.
I know. Now, you know,
Okay.
we all know Digital Underground has one song, the Humpty Dance. That was their big hit, right?
Yeah.
They wouldn't play it. They came that night. I introduced them. They started playing other songs. And then people started to get real mad. And they're like, we're not playing Humpty Dance. We're not
Pronounce
doing
with
it.
an umpty.
Oh my God, it's a jam.
Ladies.
They won't do it.
Yo, how I like to funk thee. And other rappers in the
Wouldn't
top
do it.
10. Please
Wouldn't
allow
do
me
it.
to bump thee. I'm stepping
Digital
tall,
Underground thought they were so cool that they didn't have to play Humpty Dance. And everybody like booed. It turned into a real mess.
A real rager.
Yes. And the guy came out still wearing his nose like that's his thing.
You don't get to have that unless you do the Humpty Dance. My nose is big. Yeah, I'm not ashamed. Big
Didn't
like
do
a
it.
pickle. I'm still
Didn't
getting
do
paid.
it. And this is like the probably 1997, 98.
No, sir.
Ah.
No, sir. You're doing the Humpty.
Who's in the band? Big Mike, you just said their names.
Well, he died.
Shock G. That's the guy with the nose.
Rest in peace, Shock G.
Oh, he's dead. He died.
He died like 2 or 3 years ago.
I think Tupac was a number for a minute.
Here's what I've heard about them, which is weird.
Well, he was a lovely man when I met him.
Well, now here you are.
He's dead?
Pissing on his grave today.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's why Tupac was a part of that band for a little bit before he went solo and got big. Yeah. Tupac's on the song.
He is not. Tupac is in the Humpty Dance. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Today I learned, if that's true,
not
that
true.
Tupac Shakur
that's
is
a
in
lie.
the song The Humpty Dance.
No.
Same song. He was in the same song.
Same song. Okay, all right. Hold on. Do it. I will. Oh, we can't do it. Copy. Oh, yeah. He'll get us. He will get us. My brother has said he's like really into hip hop, but Minneapolis hip hop, And he said before, he always talks about how talented that band is, and he hates the song The Humpty Dance because they're better than that. So he would argue you right now that they should never do that song, and I'm like, nah, and they should do it. It's so fun.
It's like asking Peter Cetera to never sing The Next Time I Fall in Love.
Listen,
you have to do it, Peter.
That's not the same.
It is the same.
Apologies to everyone who doesn't know. Peter Cetera could walk in this room right now with an ascot, and I still wouldn't know who he was. And it's like, your dude.
I hate you.
Will you start your first dating profile dedicated to Peter Cetera and just to see who you match with? I am not kidding. What a way to dip your toe in the water.
That's a great social experiment.
What a great way to dip your toe in. All of a sudden, like a big Peter Cetera fan, and you're like,
number one, like everything.
You know what I mean? And then you're like, this is going to be practice.
What do you like to do for fun? I like to listen to Peter Cetera. I like to go to concerts with Peter Cetera. What's your favorite meal? I don't know. What's Peter Cetera's?
Big Mike is leaving the room right now as we are still live on the post show. Are we that bad today?
It's Friday.
Bye, guys. That's funny.